Hey everyone, what's up? This is Jordan with JJ Cruise. Today we are checking out the Disney Magic, Disney's oldest cruise ship. We're going to take a deck by deck tour and see all of the magic that this ship has to offer. If you like content like this, don't forget to subscribe for more cruise content. Thanks so much for watching. Let's go check out this awesome ship.
JJ Cruise.
We are starting this tour on deck number 10. Now we are in the midship bank of elevators. Only two of the elevators actually come all the way up here to deck 10. There is only one deck that is higher than deck 10, and that's deck 11. You can get here in the midship elevator bank through these stairs, and up these stairs it will take you to Vibe. Vibe is the teen club on board, so it's the club for 14 to 17-year-olds. Above these stairs, they have all kinds of parties and theme nights. It's a really good time for the teenagers, again, 14 to 17 if you got kids in that age range. Also here in the midship bank of elevators, you will have access to the Concierge Lounge. Concierge is, of course, the suites category on Disney Cruise Line, so if you are in a concierge stateroom, that lounge will be for you. There's a bar back there as well as an outer deck for those that are staying in the suites. We're going to take a walk outside here, and this kind of area that jets out into the deck is going to be that concierge area. So that's going to be where that concierge lounge and outdoor deck is. We're walking to the very front of the ship now. This area does overlook deck number 9, which is the adults only area. You can see it's nice and quiet in here. There's a nice pool and a couple of hot tubs. We'll get down there in a little bit. But up here on deck 10, you've got lots of loungers. Walking here at the very front of the ship, you do have the sports court. So a nice big sports court up here. And then you're gonna have an area with ping pong and foosball at the very front. So you can see there is wind barriers up here. A couple of ping pong tables, a couple of foosball tables, and then of course, the nice large sports court area. As we continue to walk around the sports court, at the other side of the sports court you will have a water bottle refill station. So if you do carry a water bottle on your cruise, you can refill it up here at the sports court. We're going to continue to walk on deck 10 because there is a lot to see. You got stairs down to deck number 9, which again, that's the adults only area down there. Some more loungers here on my side to the right. And today we are in Progreso, Mexico, which is one of the newer Mexican ports for Disney to visit. Now right in front of me, you will have one of two water slides. This is the Aqua Dunk. It suspends you 18 feet over the side of the ship. And the entrance to that will be right here in front of me. Take those stairs and you board in the funnel. Now there is a weight limit of 300 pounds for this water slide. And it is closed right now due to high winds on the ship. So you always want to make sure when it's a nice day you go and do the water slides because they do close in case of adverse weather. You got the exit to this water slide here in front of me, and then this of course is going to overlook the pool deck. Now you do have the Jumbotron here to my left, so they will show movies throughout the cruise right there, and then of course you can be in the pool or you can sit down there and watch those movies. As we continue to walk, you will see that they do put towels out kind of all over, which is really nice. So you don't ever have to go too far to grab a towel. You do not have to check them out like you have to on other cruise lines. There's another set of stairs to get down to deck number 9. And of course you have the infamous jumbo horns for Disney Cruise Line there. This ship was built in 1998, but it does not feel like it. Disney does a great job of maintaining their ships. Here is another entrance to the second water slide, the Twist and Spout. Both of the funnels have water slides that you can board. This one is open right now, and that will actually take the kids right down into the splash zone. So again, we'll get down there momentarily. So this was the first ever Disney Cruise Line ship to be built. The Disney Magic kind of launched Disney into the cruise space. And again, they've just done a great job taking care of the ship and making the ship feel brand new. You see that this is just a nice open space. Now they will have chairs out here from time to time, but it has been quite windy on this sailing. So I think that's why you see this kind of large open space just be emptied out. You do have steps to get down to Cabanas, which is the buffet. We'll get down there momentarily. We're just gonna finish walking deck 10 here and show you one more important venue that you'll find all the way up top. Here at the back of the ship is where you're going to find all of the food. So you're gonna have a lot of different food options here. And then the main specialty restaurant is what I want to take you inside to see right now. Through this door, you do have the aft bank of elevators. And this will take you right into Palate. Palate is, like I said, a specialty restaurant, so this is a restaurant that you do have to pay additional money for, but this is the Italian restaurant on board. Now they've got a couple of different experiences in here. You can have a traditional dinner, you can have a traditional brunch, or you can do something called the Bella Norte, which is a wine and food pairing that they offer the first night of your cruise. Of course, all of this is booked in your DCL Navigator app, but it's a really, really nice space. Of course, you've got really beautiful floor-to-ceiling windows in here. So if you want something a little different from the main dining rooms or the buffet, Palate might be one of these to check out. So that was deck number 10. We're now gonna hop on down to deck number 9. We have come down one deck to the aft bank of elevators here on deck number 9. Now deck number 9 is gonna be where food is and your pool deck. So this is the lobby for Cabanas. Cabanas is of course the buffet here on the Disney Magic. You enter through these doors here. Of course, always wash your hands at the hand washing stations. You got a couple of bathrooms out here, and then this will be your buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have a beautiful seating space out back, and then of course, plenty of food options here at the buffet for your meals. As we walk out onto the main pool deck area, you do have the Aqua Lab, which is one of the splash pads here on the Disney Magic. So of course, you do see that twist and spout water slide, which lands down here on the Aqua Lab. Now on this side, you are gonna have food. You've got Daisy's Delights, which is gonna be your healthier option. So you've got salads over here, soups, and then a lot of different sandwiches. Opposite of this area, you will have the drink station. So you do have to go back in through the Cabanas lobby area, that elevator bank that we were just in, to get your sodas, coffees, and waters. We're gonna keep walking here. There's lots of tables lined on this deck for, of course, you to grab quick bites to eat. And then as we walk around this corner, right next to the hand washing station here, you will have your grill. So your grill is gonna be hamburgers, hot dogs, and of course those infamous chicken tenders. That is the Duck Inn Diner. That is found right there off of the children's splash pad. As we continue to walk the pool deck, you've got Frozone Treats. This is a full service bar, but this is also where you can buy tumblers. So if you did forget your tumbler, you've got a nice selection of tumblers to choose from here at Frozone. Next to Frozone is the ice cream. Ice cream is of course complimentary. And then we are now walking into the main pool deck area. The main pool deck will have, again, a couple of hot tubs. You've got your main pool, and then you do have a full bar here, as well as Pinocchio's Pizza. So you can see the line kind of Pinocchio's Pizza there. So again, more included food in your cruise fare. This is what the hot tubs look like. They're pretty small for these areas. And then you got that Jumbotron in the funnel where they show movies pretty much all day long. Stairs that will take you up to deck number 10. We're gonna keep walking around the pool deck. And again, the soda station is opposite of Daisy's Delights, so it's on the other side of the pool deck area. It's very easy to miss if you don't know exactly where you're going. They will put towels out kind of all throughout. You see a stack of towels here that are complimentary for guests to use. And then they do have life jackets for the little ones all throughout the pool decks as well. So you can see that those are kind of grab and use for the kiddos. Now, right off of the pool deck, you do have another one of the clubs. This is the Edge Club. The Edge is for those 11 to 14. So hey, if you're 14, you really get a good deal because you can go to the teen club or the tween club. And then those doors will take you into the elevator bank. We're now walking into the adults only area, which you're gonna see is much less chaotic and much more quiet. There's not a lot of people in here today. Of course, it is a port day, and mom and dad are often with kids out on different adventures. But you'll see nice loungers, plush loungers here for you to lay in. Of course, you've got 2 hot tubs and a pool. And then you also have Signals, which is the bar here in the adults only area. So this is a nice place to come and grab a drink. We're gonna walk over to the other side here because there's one additional adults only venue that you have to see. It might be one of my favorite places on the Disney Magic. And that is Cove Cafe. Cove Cafe is the adults only coffee shop and bar found here on the Magic. I'm just gonna pop in here really quick. This is a great place to come and work and relax. I've actually worked up here a couple of days this week. And they've got a really nice coffee bar with both coffee and alcoholic drinks for you to enjoy. They also do have a few light bites here in the cabinet that are complimentary. So a really nice air-conditioned place to come when you're on board the Magic. Coming out of Cove Cafe, you do have the smoking area there in front of me. So that is kind of tucked away all the way from the pool deck and from the kids sections, which I actually think is really great. Disney was very intentional about where they put that. We're gonna take a quick step inside. Now here we are at the front of the ship. So you've got a couple of bathrooms here on deck number 9. You've got the forward bank of elevators. You do have the entrance into Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Now, if you don't know what that is a boutique for kids. They can be turned into princesses, princes, pirates, captains of cruise ships. So right up those steps, you do have to make a reservation and of course pay for that. That's not a free service. But here on deck number 9, the entrance takes you up to 10, but you got to go up these stairs right here. And then one other very important area is the Senses Spa and Salon. Now, right through this corridor, you will of course find a full service spa. So whether it be massages or if you want to experience their thermal suite, you will do that right through these doors here. And then of course, this is where the fitness center is as well. So the fitness center has a full range of different workout equipment. You can find that here at the front of deck 9. We're gonna hop down a couple of decks and continue this tour. We have now come down to the forward bank of deck number 5. Now decks 6, 7, and 8 are all stateroom decks, and you do also have some staterooms here on deck number 5. So there's a couple of corridors there at the very front of the ship. We're gonna take a left here and we are going to walk towards the back of the ship. Now deck number 5 only consists of a few venues, but they are some of the most important venues on the ship. This is the deck where you're going to find the Kids Club, the Oceaneers Lab and the Oceaneers Club, which of course these are for kids up to the age of 10. Now I will say, Disney is notorious for having some of the best kids clubs on any cruise ship ever. If you've ever sailed with a kid on a Disney cruise ship, you know the kids never want to leave the club. Here we do have the mid-ship elevator bank, and then of course this is going to be the entrance for the Oceaneers Lab. So you'll see the hours posted right outside here, as well as the activities. They have a full day of activities every single day while you're here on the ship. And that does take up the full space that we just walked past. As we continue to walk on deck number 5, you do have the beautiful open atrium here. So this is a nice area where you can come and see decks 3, 4, and 5, and then this is where they will have a lot of meet and greets throughout these corridors around the atrium. Just past the atrium, you are going to have the Oceaneers Club. So again, this is where you're going to check in for the club, right through these doors. And then they have a number of different themed areas. Again, you've got the times posted there. And the clubs are open until midnight every single day, which is great. Small World Nursery is right next to the Oceaneers Club. And then we do have the Buena Vista Theater. So there is a movie theater here on board. They show a number of different movies. They do typically show newer Disney movies that are also out in the regular theater. So it's a great chance to come and see movies while you are on board the Disney Magic. And right through those doors is where you would go in to see a movie. That is pretty much deck number 5. Now again, there's some staterooms here towards the very back of the ship. So down these corridors, you'll find more staterooms. But we are now gonna hop on down to deck number 4. We are now on deck number 4. So we're in the back of the ship here on deck number 4, the aft bank of elevators. I wanna step outside really quickly and show you the outdoor promenade deck. Right through these doors, you do have really nice, beautiful decks, and they're very, very quiet out here, which is what's so nice. Again, with a lot of kids on a ship, you want to find those quiet spaces if you're trying to have a relaxing vacation. These outer promenade decks do run on both sides of deck number 4, and they're just really, really nice for sail away, as well as just to kind of get away from the chaos that might be on the upper pool decks. Coming back into deck number 4, of course, you will have the stairs that will take you up to deck 5 or down to deck number 3. And then you do have one of 3 main dining rooms right here to my left. Now down this corridor and through these doors, you will have Animator's Palate. Animator's Palate is one of 3 rotational dinings. If you don't know how Disney does their dining, your staff moves with you each night to different themed dining rooms on board. So you're gonna have the same wait staff throughout your cruise, but they're going to travel with you to the different restaurants while you have different experiences. It's a really, really awesome and very unique thing to Disney Cruise Line. You do have Diamonds and Wishes right out here. This is just kind of tucked behind the elevator bank. And then you do have shutters, which is going to be the screens where you can look at your pictures that you've taken throughout your cruise. Again, you'll notice how refreshed the ship feels. It does not feel 27 years old, which is the age of this cruise ship. You've got a staircase to get down to deck number 3 there. And we, of course, have been walking through the area. You can look at your pictures, but they do have a full service gallery on board as well, or a studio. So right back here, if you do want to get professional pictures taken, you can do that in their photo studio here on the Disney Magic. Right next to the photo studio, you do have the D Lounge. The D Lounge is an activity space here on board. So they have a lot of family activities in that area. Things like family karaoke, family trivia, any type of activities that will take place during the day are going to take place in the D Lounge. They also do have art for sale here in the hallway. So anything that you see hanging up on the walls, you can purchase. Lots of opportunity to spend extra money while you're on your cruise. We're back here in the Grand Atrium. Very, very beautiful. Now to my left, you do have the Disney Vacation Club desk. So of course, Disney Vacation Club is kind of Disney's version of a timeshare. So if you are looking to purchase that, you can make that purchase while you're here on your cruise. You've got bathrooms on either side of the staircases here. We've made it to the midship deck 4 elevators. We're gonna take a left and continue walking towards the front of the ship. Now this area is going to be where you're gonna find most of your shopping. So Mickey's Mainsail, as well as Whitecaps, are the shops that are here on board. So you'll find a lot of different Disney Magic merch and Disney Cruise Line merch for sale. They're closed right now because of course we are in port, but Disney does have some of the best merch for cruise lines, and that's true on all of their ships. We're now walking into the corridor for the Walt Disney Theater. This is where, of course, Broadway-style productions take place. You do have a couple of stands on each side of the theater called Preludes, where you can purchase things like popcorn, get your popcorn buckets, or you can buy drinks, of course, for sale as well. Through these doors, a number of different productions will happen on your cruise. Of course, the main production that people rave about is Rapunzel, but there's also another reimagined version of Cinderella on this ship that is phenomenal. Disney does entertainment like almost no one else, and they do incredible productions here on their ships. That was deck number 4. Let's hop on down to deck number 3. We are now here in the front of the ship on deck number 3 here in the forward bank of elevators. You've got a men's and women's bathroom here by the elevators. Now, if you are having a hard time finding a bathroom on the ship, they're often found right around the elevator banks. And again, there's 3 elevator banks on this ship. Now, technically here in the forward is the after hours section of the ship. That means this is the adults only area. So this is where you're gonna find the adults only bars as well as activity spaces. Now, kind of nestled back in here, you do have another shop called Sea Treasures. So one additional merch shop is found back here. We're walking now into O'Gill's Pub. This is, of course, the pub on board. So they'll show sports games throughout the cruise on here. If there's a game that you're wanting to see, more than likely it will be in this area. Something unique that they do is they do serve late night snacks here at this bar, and they're complimentary. So really late night, around 11 o'clock, if you're looking for some wings or some late night eats, you're gonna find those here in O'Gill's. Walking back out, you do have an entrance into Fathoms, which we're gonna get into in a second. I do just want to pop into one additional bar that is on the other side of the ship. The bar to my right is called Keys, and this is the piano bar. And they have live music every single night here in the bar. So it's a great venue to come and hang out. Jared and I have ended most of our nights here. The drinks in here are also spectacular. You'll see some nice chairs in the windows here for you to kind of chill and relax in. I have seen people kind of cozied up with a book hanging out in these windows throughout the cruise. But to my left is going to be the third and final venue for the after hours area, and that is Fathoms. Fathoms is the activity area for adults. Now, they will have some family-friendly things in here during the day, but this is the late night activity area where they're going to have things like the Love and Marriage game show. They'll have different performers in here. We saw a magician in here last night. So Fathoms is going to be that adults only activity area. We're now walking out of the after hours section of the ship, and we're walking into the main atrium. We are here in the midship elevator bank lobby. Now, right off of the elevator bank is where you're going to find your port adventures desk. So for your off-ship adventures or excursions, those can be booked right here. They're closed because we are in port today. So there's a lot of excursions happening right now. On the other side of port adventures, you will find guest services. So if you do need anything on your trip, down here on deck number 3, the lovely team will be able to help you. Now again, this is the area where they'll do a lot of picture taking. There'll be a lot of meet and greets for characters. You do have Mickey, of course, at the helm right here. Every single Disney cruise ship has some type of character statue in their main atrium. So Mickey is right here. And just past Mickey is Lumiere's. That is the second of 3 dining venues here on the Disney Magic. That's your more traditional space. It's not overly themed. It is themed like Beauty and the Beast, but it does feel a little bit more like a grand main dining room that you would find on a traditional cruise ship. So that does go all the way down, kind of takes up half of this deck. It's on my left here. You'll find out on your Disney Navigator app which dining venue you're in each night. So you'll want to pop that open as soon as you get on the ship to find out where you're going to go that night for dinner. There is another exit for Lumiere's. And then, of course, stairs that will take you right up to deck 4. It'll take you to that shutters area. Now, we do have a newer area here on the ship that has only been put on in the last couple of years, and that is Soulcat. This is the jazz area or jazz bar on board. It's themed after the movie Soul. They've got a number of different drinks here, as well as some food for purchase. So you can purchase some desserts here as well. They will do different activities in here during the day. It looks like they've got some craft making going on right now. But this area is very popular, and it does have live music every single night. So that is the entrance into Soulcat Lounge. Just outside of Soulcat Lounge, you do have Rapunzel's Royal Table. This is the 3rd dining area or dining room. in the rotational dining for Disney. So this is of course going to be themed after Disney's Tangled. This is a really fun dining experience and most people's favorite on board the Disney Magic. We do have another set of bathrooms here right outside of the dining room. And then this is of course going to be the aft bank of elevators here on deck number 3. Well, that was it. That was the Disney Magic. Have you sailed on this ship? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Jordan. This is JJ Cruise. And until next time, see ya.